Right then, another Touareg video, and it's going to be nice to get stuck into one that I've been carrying on for the last 2 or 3 weeks and not doing much on it and doing it in between. This one I'm hoping I just get stuck straight into it, don't hit any snags, get cracked straight on. So first job, Tentbox. So this is the Tentbox Cargo, sort of the flagship model, the one that you can put stuff on top, so you can put, if you've got, I don't know, boats, skis, whatever you want to do, you can bang it on the top. I'm not sure on the weight limit on the new one, so we'll flash that up because I should have researched that before I start this video. But you can put a fair bit of weight on. I've done a test on the old Cargo, and that spare wheel, if you had it near to the back, would go on and it still would open with the gas struts and stuff, so they're pretty good really. They'll do what we need it to do. But obviously you don't want to have that much weight stacked up. If you're using it for heavy off-roading like we do with this, you don't really want to be putting tons of stuff on roof and then stuff on top of that. Have my sneeze. Bless me. Sneezing is normal human behaviour, by the way. So this one is the brand new one. There's a few subtle differences. George got my old one on his van, which we'll put it side by side and have a little look at it later on, just so you can see, because I'm not sure if there's anybody's done that online. But basically, from what I can see, the difference is just it's a little bit thicker, so there's a little bit more room inside to like leave a bit of bedding, your sleeping bags, that sort of stuff. Oh, my Mini's coming out with its turbo kit on. So basically, should save a little bit of room in the boot, because the sleeping bags are not really too heavy, so I won't be bothered about leaving them in there. And it just means you can just go pop, jump in, go to sleep, which will be good for this weekend, because it'll probably be quite late on when we're getting to the campsite. So I'm going to get it all set up, everything I need in there, and all I need to take up is a bag, and hopefully I can learn out George how to get down a ladder in the middle at night for a pee, rather than peeing up my back, but we'll see. So to get this set up, I'm going to have to put these roof rails on, which these are just some cheap eBay ones. I think they're absolutely crap, but the same as what's on the V8, and they seem to be all right. So we'll put them on. But obviously that leaves us with a problem where I've got my spare wheel that definitely don't fit in boot unless you don't want anything else in. Got my Max Tracks sort of waffle boards, whatever you want to call them. And I've got the iLift farm jack. So we think we've got a bit of a solution to that. How that's all going to fit in onto this video, because it's been getting done before and during and probably a little bit after. But we've got a solution. You'll see it very shortly. And we'll do the Tentbox first, and then we'll get cracked on with that. So I'm sorry if I've not got any good footage of this, but what you need to see is what I'm doing here. Now I've ended up, I've got every 13mm option. I already chopped them down, as you could see on the video. Chop these down. Usually they'd be like down here, so I've made things as easy down here. I've made things as easy as I can, but it's still not easy. So stick with it. See what we can do. I don't know how I'm going to hold this GoPro so I can see it, but I'll come up with something. Maybe mess about with windows and you can watch me struggle and cry while I'm doing it. Don't even go there. I know. I am, I know. I'm glad I look for now. You've got to climb onto your vehicle to do this. Getting into these last...
Well, looks a ball like that.
You just can't. Oh no! I've dropped the nut. Hallelujah. Yay. There's somebody shining a green laser pen at me. Yes! Do we get a tape measure out or do we just wing it? We'll wing it. Ladder brackets next, so I'm doing that. It should just go up. Oh yes. Put that one on now. We need to get ladder brackets in, so that's going to have to be shifted. So I shall mark it with a pen. We shall remove that one. How do we put the ladder ones at bottom one? Let's have a go. I dropped a bolt somewhere, but I'll find it. Working in there like that. That's actually brilliant. Sit up, I don't actually bang there.
No. Alright up there, right?
I'm going to stay here. So, I'm in. It's quite windy, and to be fair, this is staying pretty stable. Flapping about a little bit, but if I closed it up, I think we'd be alright. Yeah, so, somewhere to put my coats and everything here. I don't know if Danny can see. Got my shoes in here. Works out pretty good. Get George's shoes in there as well and cover them over so they're not going to get wet at night. Probably bring them in anyway. But yeah, really happy with this. I've never actually sat inside one. Mattress is super comfy. A few of the internal changes, I'm told, is this little mat thing at the bottom here to sort of sit the cushion off, so I think it don't gather any water, and these little vent holes here as well. So that should work. And then I've done what any grown man should do. And I've measured this and I've rang my mum and I'll get her to make me a nice fitted sheet on top of this, and could probably do with a pea catcher for George if he pees bed, because that seems to happen every now and again, especially if you don't want to get out and have a pee at night. But that's what happens when you have kids. So yeah, happy with this. I've got some roof rails to have a quick look at, but I'm not going to put them on yet because I don't need them. Just something else just to have whistling away on the way down to Wales. Good few hundred miles worth of driving, so we'll see how much this affects the mile per gallon, because I'm sure it's not going to make it better. and we've still got another little thing to put on, so we'll get that and then we'll finish this video. So this box is the roof bars. So these have got a little nut slot in the top, some little lashing points that you can put in as well, some little eyelets. Seem pretty straightforward, shouldn't be too bad to fit, but I don't need them at the minute, so I'm not going to bother putting them on just yet, but we have got them for when we need them anyway. So let's get that spare wheel sorted. Tentbox is on. As you can see, we've got the receiver hitch, wheel carrier, waffle board carrier, eye lift jack carrier. There's one thing missing from this, which the V8 one has got, and that's when you open it up. I'm missing my little table thing, but we're going to wait till that comes and get it set at the right height. And obviously, this wants to wobble about a little bit, so we'll get it set at the right angle and everything. Might not look straight when it's up there, but it'll be straight when we're cooking. So I'm going to take this home. If we're happy with these after we've been to Wales this weekend, we're going to get them galvanised, powder coated, built back up, get them listed on the website. They're not going to be cheap. There's a lot of work gone into these, lots of little bits of laser cutting, machining, lots of fabrication time. But we've had quite a few people asking us what to do, especially when you've got the roof tent. You can't just put all this crap on the roof. If you've not got a roof tent, it's definitely cheaper just to throw it up there and forget about it, 'cause you never have to do anything with it. But this is pretty good. On the other thing, the Mark II Touareg's not got that, but this is far enough away that we can still do that. So it's pretty handy when you want to just grab some ropes and away you go. So yeah, very happy. Watch the next video to see us in Wales, having a good time with Grit Outdoors. Should be some beach driving and stuff like that, so should be really good. Me and George are going to enjoy it. All the other guys are going to be coming as well, so see who's the laddie letdowns who don't turn up, just as I mentioned it, he comes out of the toilet. But yeah, see how we get on.